Hello everybody, I'm Sneaksy Gamer and welcome back to Diablo 2 Lord of Destruction. Now in the last episode we were tasked with finding the... sorry about that. Tasked with finding the arcane sanctuary underneath the palace. So I guess we should get busy doing that. I knew you could find runes. If you can find gems, I knew you'd be able to find runes too. I didn't want to pick up that two-handed sword. I just had a feeling if you could find gems, you could find ruins, but not necessarily. Not finding a whole lot of stuff from doing that, but I'm finding some stuff, and some of it is actually good, so I'm gonna keep doing it. Not gonna go to level 2 yet. Gotta finish level 1 first. I think I might actually put some more skill points into find item, just because I like using that. That would just heal me. I don't know if I've even found any of those yet. Probably have. It's hard to remember what shrines I've come across and what ones I haven't. Huh. A lot of these places are smaller than I remember them being. But then again, like I've mentioned before, I think in higher difficulties, I think the maps get larger. They seem to, at least. They seem to get a bit larger in higher difficulties. I've never really looked it up to make sure that I wasn't just imagining it, but I'm pretty sure I'm not imagining it. Pretty sure they get quite a bit bigger in higher difficulties sometimes. But then again, it could just be that it feels like they're bigger because it takes longer to kill everything. It takes longer to clear one. Not finding a whole lot of useful stuff, but I am finding some stuff that I that I wouldn't necessarily find yet. Or not that I wouldn't find yet, but that I wouldn't have found otherwise. So it is useful. Like that charm, that could be useful. And it could just be complete junk too, but... Oh boy. Oh boy. That could be a problem. Okay. Now, perhaps... Why is he not using the aura thing? There we go. But seriously, why is his aura not going? That would have been quite helpful to have the... Wait a second. Oh, that red was from my shout. I was like, wait a second, why is there a red aura? Duh, I just used that shout. That might have something to do with it. Now, was this the level, or is there... Yeah, there's one more level, that's right. And then we'll be at the Arcane Sanctuary. Or not then, but then we'll find the Arcane Sanctuary. And we find the Arcane Sanctuary in level 3. I don't really... I mean, I know it's a game and there's not really... Logic doesn't always work in games, but how does shouting make them drop stuff? Like, how does shouting make a corpse drop stuff? Although, then again, how does shouting improve your defense or anything else that it does? I could see shouting causing the enemy to be feared and causing them to run away, but all these other shouts that the barbarian has, I don't see that. Unless it's more of like a morale booster type of thing, like kind of a pep talk sort of shout thing, then maybe I could see like not really boosting your defense, but making you feel like you're better. I don't know, but that's just, like I said, that's trying to apply logic, and logic doesn't work with games. Logic does not go well with video games, ever. Well, usually. Sometimes it does, but usually not.
I need mana.
Like, there again, why do you need this mystical, magical power mana to shout? Again, I'm trying to apply logic, and that doesn't work.
enough mana.
There's a lot of corpses here. I killed more enemies than I thought I did. Well, we killed more enemies than I thought I did. Because I thought we did. Because he killed a few of them too. Yeah, I do remember, for whatever reason, I used to always go with a barbarian in Diablo 2. Probably because that's what I always saw my dad using when he was playing. And that's just what I knew. I don't suppose I could jump over this wall, can I?
I can't. Impossible.
Nope. Okay. What about this? Okay, that one I can. I don't get that. Why can I jump over that one but not the other one?
I am overburdened.
Yeah, because I picked up something I didn't want to. Something useful when you're trying to do speed runs and stuff in here, like you're trying to, not necessarily a speed run of the game, but like you're trying to run bosses or something real quick. Your mercenary will actually, if you get too far away from them, they'll actually like teleport to you, kind of. It's weird, but it's helpful sometimes. Or like when they get stuck, like he's stuck in there because I used my leap attack to get out, and he couldn't do that. Once I get far enough away, see, he disappeared from my map now. I believe, yep, there he is. I got far enough away and he teleported to me. So that's useful. Not so much when you're going through progressing normally, because you don't typically get that far away from your mercenary if you're just going through normally. But if you're trying to go quickly, it's quite useful to have that happen. Because you don't have to like try to get them out of wherever they're stuck. You can just keep going and eventually they'll show up. Although sometimes it takes a little while. That time it didn't take long, but sometimes it seems to take a lot longer than that. Did I just pick up? Okay. there you did it again. That is quite useful, though. So that you don't have to go back for them if you get a ways away and then they're not with you. I wish Skyrim did that. I don't know how many times Lydia's gotten stuck on something in Skyrim and then I find out like 20, 30 minutes later she's not following me and I have to try to figure out where she is. Because every once in a while they won't be able to figure out how to get past something in Skyrim. Every once in a while they'll get stuck and they can't get past something, and then you find out a while later when you go into a new area and they're not with you. Thankfully that doesn't happen with this. Okay, that turned that one into a thing. That's what a monster shrine is meant to do. It's supposed to turn one of the monsters nearby into an elite or whatever they're called in this game. I don't remember what they were called in this one. I know super uniques are the ones like Rakanishu and things like that where they're there every time. But I don't remember if those were just unique or what they were called.
Not enough mana.
There's a lot of corpses here. I do kind of wish that you didn't get potions when using the item find. I mean, yeah, it can be handy, but you've got another shelf completely for potions, so I kind of wish that you couldn't get potions with this one.
I am overburdened.
Okay.
I can't carry anymore.
Oh, that's cool. So because I used it on that thing's corpse, it dropped a pile of loot like it does when I killed it.
Yes.
That's good to know. Do they always do that? I wonder if they always drop a pile of loot. I can't remember. I seem to remember that happening, though. Hey, would you look at that? I can make an actual ruby. Finally. Now let's go and get some potions. Or a potion anyways. And let's head back in. Go grab that loot. So if that's the case with enemies like that, maybe I should just kind of save this for them. But then again, I'm finding stuff with other enemies too, so I don't know. I was gonna say, I believe there's one over here. Oh, it didn't work. I suppose it's only if it actually works on them that they would drop that, but still. That was pretty cool, though. And there's the stuff that he killed while I was in the other room. I thought there was more than that. Okay, now. I hate when they do that. Let's go ahead and head down here and into that place. Okay, where is the entrance? I should have gone around the other way. I was right next to the entrance and I went the long way. I was literally right next to the entrance and I went the long way around. That leads to the Arcane Sanctuary. I'm gonna finish clearing this out first though. Okay, there's nothing in here to finish clearing out.
One could get lost in here.
Find Horizon's journal.
There's nothing the right potion can't cure. Huh? The horizon is always out of reach. You should know that. Oh, a horizon. Oh, I see. Yes, well, he was insane. Yeah, brilliant, yes, but total lunatic.
Apparently this guy's hard of hearing.
How may I help you?
I suppose I've got enough time to clear out one path in the sanctuary, because you've got 4 different directions you can go. Only one of them will lead to where you need to go, but I've got time to clear out one of them at least, maybe. I'm not sure what determines if an enemy gets shattered when you kill it or not when you're dealing cold damage. Because it does sometimes and other times it doesn't. I wonder if it's just like a set percent of the time when you hit them. Or maybe you have to, maybe you're not always dealing the cold damage. Maybe you're not always dealing the cold damage with every hit, so it has to be on a hit where you deal the cold damage. Who knows? I've never really looked into it, haven't really been that curious to find out. Oh, I hate these things. And they get even worse later on. Finding quite a few gems in this episode. That's good. Gems are always nice. Because worst case scenario, if I don't need more, I can sell them, which is worth a good amount of gold usually. Especially once you get to the higher grade ones. You know, it might be worth... I'm not sure what the rune word was, but there's a rune word you can use in helmets that was quite useful. I don't think I've got what I need for it, though. Now see, I tend to do these in a bit of an unusual way. Because there's a path that crosses between the two sides halfway through. I'll go up halfway on one side, cross over, do the other half on the other side, and then when I come back down, I do the opposite. I clear the sides that I didn't get. That way I can clear the middle part without having to go back for it.
I am overburdened.
And if that doesn't make sense, you'll see what I mean. If that doesn't make sense from the way I said it, which it probably doesn't, you'll see what I mean when I come back through. Because the map being the mini map, it would be kind of hard to show what I mean by just using the map. Did I get those ones back here already? Yes. Okay, apparently he's stuck back there somewhere. And let's just hope that this isn't the path that I'm supposed to take to go through here, because that's the case, then I'm not going to be able to clear this side, because I don't want to go and do that just yet. I suppose I could. Then I could just come back, because the waypoint for the next area is like right after the end of this. Like, there's literally a portal at the end of this, and it brings you out right next to the waypoint in the next area. So if this is the right path, I can go through and do that, I guess. I'm just not really feeling like fighting the enemy you have to fight in here. Well, I guess we'll find out any second now if it's the right path or not. Why is my mercenary not teleported to me yet? See, that's what I mean by sometimes it takes a while. Getting lots of mana potions. Okay, no, this isn't the right way. Good. Good, I didn't want it to be the right path. Close to leveling up. I might level up on my way back through, actually.
I can't carry anymore.
I still don't know what's causing that weird thing to happen with the map. Or not the map, the screen. It's probably because this really isn't built to be played on Windows 10, and I'm kind of using a program to force it to be played on here. In a way, I guess that's how you could describe it. That's not quite what it's doing, but I'm basically forcing it to play the game the way I want it to play the game when it's not meant to be played like that. So that might be part of it. I'm forcing it to play in windowed mode, and I'm forcing it to play at a resolution higher than it's meant to be played, than it's usually played at. So that's probably part of why I'm having those weird graphical things going on. Now,
Good day.
Greetings.
that's not enough damage to keep that, I don't think. 6 damage over 3 seconds isn't enough to keep that charm. Some of the stuff you find later is pretty crazy, though. You can find items with like 150 poison damage over like 10 seconds and stuff like that. It's like, geez, that's a lot. Oh, crap. No. Let's head back out there. But by that time, you're doing way more damage than that, so it's really not that much at that time. It's not like it's an overwhelming amount of damage at that time. Yeah, that's gotta be being caused by me playing it with this thing, with that program.
I can't carry anymore.
But yeah, see, I came up this side, went across, and came up the opposite side. Now I'll go down this side to the middle, go across, and go down the opposite side. Like I said, just that's how I do it, so I can make sure that I clear everything without having to go back for anything. Yep, if it activates on them, they give you another pile of loot. Awesome. That's pretty cool. So it is definitely worth using on them at least.
I can't carry anymore.
Really? Oh boy. My inventory sure fills up fast sometimes. Oh great, and I'm getting the hiccups. Not good. But yeah, now I'll come across and I'll go down this other side. So then I kind of do a bit of a figure 8, I guess, and make sure that I clear the entire thing that way. Without having to do too much backtracking anyways. I guess it's probably the same if I did it the other way, but I'm so used to doing it this way by now. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to fit that thing in here. And I am very close to leveling up.
Good evening.
Which is good. I was hoping to level up in this one. Really? Are you kidding me? It went out there and I can't get it. I haven't had that happen before. Now I might go off in one of the other directions, just enough to level up. I hate this one. Okay, I leveled up. Let's head back here. Goes to a 32% chance. Still only costs me 7 mana. Good. Oh, crap.
Greetings. Blessings to you.
I didn't put anything in the cube, did I? No.
There's nothing the right poison can't cure.
$78,000 gold to spend. And of course I'm gonna go and spend it.
Good evening.
I always do. No. I'd like to find a nice helmet, but they cost so much. I always end up using these at some point. That one's not quite worth switching to yet, I don't think. But if he's dropping, or if he's selling those now, I'm gonna try to look for some. Because those could be quite useful. If I find a good one anyway. Sorry. hoping to find a rare one. Oh, damn it. The second I opened my mouth. Come on, give me another Warhammer. Those are nice, but these have cold resist, which I might need in... no. I think I'd rather have more defense. So you're not going to give me another Warhammer, huh? That's not very nice of you. Maybe he won't give me another one. I mean, he would eventually, but that could take a long time. Ah, damn it. I'll try a few more times. It's a slower attack speed, but I think it's going to be better for me. It's dealing a good amount of damage more than the other one. I'd like to find a rare Warhammer I can replace my other weapon with. That'd be cool. I doubt he would be kind enough to do that, though. And yes, I know it's just random, but still, he's the one I'm getting it from, so it's him. I really want to get another Warhammer. I guess I'm just going to keep trying for one. No, not trade. Gamble. You wouldn't be selling anything there that I would want. Come on. If I could find a Warhammer pretty soon here with 3 sockets, I'd be quite happy. Let's see if I can find another one. I'll hang on to that one because I might use that. I really want to get a rare one, which I would eventually, but it could take quite a while. And I might not have enough gold to find a rare one. Come on, man. Holy crap. This is taking me a while, isn't it? I apologize for this. I would do it off camera, but I don't like to do that. I don't like to cut stuff out like that. Plus, then if I forgot to say something, I might not even mention it in the next episode, and I'd rather just have it in the video if I find something. Won't even give me the, what were they called? The higher level boots. Were they greaves? Is that what they were called? Something like that. Because if I could find a good pair of those, I'd be okay with getting that too. Come on, man. Really? I mean, no matter what, I'm gonna switch to this one so I can sell that sword off. I don't think I've got enough to buy another Warhammer if it comes up. Nope. Okay. I sold that diamond because I've got another diamond in my stash. I can just put that in here. But let's see here. Yeah, I'm doing a good amount of damage now, I guess. A decent amount of damage anyway. That's it for this episode. Thank you everybody for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And as always, I will see you in the next episode. Goodbye.